Hi friends, it's Eldana. Welcome to my channel, Elements of Tarot. Today I'm going to be doing a walkthrough of my 4 Duck Soup production decks. I fell in love with the Tricker Tarot thanks to Honey Lou Wilson. This is a Halloween deck. It's a special edition. I saw it on Honey Lou's channel and I just knew it was for me. It's so cozy and vintage and cute and a little spooky. It's right up my alley. So everything started with this deck, and then I went on to the Duck Soup website and I purchased the Tinker's Dam Tarot. This was a special legacy edition and it came with 2 decks. One of them is the Tarot and the other is a Mantegna deck. Mantegna, which I'm not 100% sure really how to use that, but I couldn't resist and it was on sale. So I picked that up. And then at the same time I ordered the Tinkers, I also ordered this tarot, the Zirkus Tarot, and this is the Under the Stars edition. So we have 4 decks to go through today, so grab a beverage and let's do this. Okay, so as I said, this is the Tricker Tarot. This one is a special edition. I think there were only 500 copies made and they're selling out, and once they do, they're not going to reprint this edition. However, if you like the cards, you like the design, there is a second edition that's available now, and that's more standard size. These are oversized. And that edition, you get to choose your backs. I think there are 8 or 9 different designs, and you can basically customize it. So I highly recommend it. It's just flippin' wonderful. So this is the box, very sturdy 2-piece box. The inside says, "At 12 o'clock you must be ready to hold your pumpkin good and steady. For by the rays of candlelight on Halloween all things are bright." So you can see these little like vintage pictures, and the cards look very much like that as well. This is what the card backs look like. This orange circle, and then it's kind of light and hard to see, but it says, when the owl's begun to hoot, quickly don your mummer's suit. Steal softly out and don't be late, for Halloween decides your fate. 78 card deluxe limited edition tarot deck plus instruction booklet. And then it's conceived and designed by Douglas. I can't read that here. It's too tiny. Hold on. Douglas Thornsjo, Thornsjo, and Duck Soup Productions. They're based in Maine, and the website is www.ducksoup.me, M-E, I guess for Maine. Okay, so the instruction booklet is very simple, minimal, comes with a spread, an intro, just a few keywords for the major arcana, the court cards, the minor arcana, reading the spreads, talks about Halloween in general, and it's advertising some of their other decks. And you can also, this is another website, tarotbyducksoup.com. The creator, Douglas, also is an author, and some of his books are for sale on the site. And yeah, so this wasn't enough for me. So they sell this bogey book, Tricker Tarot bogey book. So this is like the companion book to the deck. It came with all kinds of cute little freebies. That's their business card. It came with a sample card. I feel like, yeah, this is from the Zirkus Tarot. And then this is like a little prediction card which is very cute. So it is signed by Douglas. And what I like about this, it's dedicated to Carolyn Jones, Morticia. Sorry, I just realized I'm not in frame. And yeah, so each, this not only talks about the history of Halloween, it talks about why the creator did this deck, how, you know, the role that Halloween played in his young life, and some costumes that he had. It's charming. It's really adorable. And then you get, you know, like a full page for each of the cards. Look at these creepy. There's games to play. There's spreads. What are these? Some poems. I highly recommend the book if you get the deck. It adds a lot to the experience, especially if you love Halloween. It's just like a really fun little read. Okay, so now let's get to the cards. They are beautiful. They come edged in black. However, I don't know if you guys can see. I did go over it again in another black, in black marker, I should say, a black alcohol marker, because unfortunately, the edges do chip very easily. Even you can see with having gone over it, it is starting to show some, and I'm not hard on my decks. I really don't even shuffle on hard surfaces, so I don't know what that's all about, but I love them anyway. The cardstock is definitely glossy, again, which I don't really mind in this particular case. Normally I prefer a matte deck, but so those are the backs. Size-wise, this is a standard tarot size. They are much taller and much wider. So I would say even bigger than an oracle deck. I really can't even riffle shuffle this deck. It's more of an overhand. All right, so let's go through these. I'm gonna hold them so that the glare isn't too bad. So here we have our Fool. Some of the cards are renamed, which you'll see. The Magician. And the book goes through a lot of the symbolism, which is really wonderful. Isn't she beautiful? The High Priestess. The Empress. The Emperor. Looks like Dracula. The Hierophant. The Lovers. Look at their faces. Zombies. The Chariot. So this little witch and her vegetable companions like make a couple of appearances in this deck. They're really cute. And the expressions on their faces are so funny. But like, look how cozy this looks with all the lights on inside. And I don't know, I love it. It's endearing to me. So here we have Adjustment or Justice. Here's the Hermit, the Scarecrow in a graveyard. The Wheel of Fortune. Strength. I think in the guidebook, it says something like, which one is the true monster? You don't really know. You assume it's this one, but maybe she's got the darker side who needs to be tamed. The Hanged Man. Look at this little one's face. Oh. So this is Death. Art or Temperance. Old Scratch for the Devil. The Tower of Destruction. The Star. The Moon. With two werewolves there and a spider instead of a crustacean. The Sun. Eon instead of Judgment. And the World, here's the witch and her little veggies. Then we have our wands, Ace of Wands, Two of Wands, Three of Wands. It's an apothecary with all the drawers and options. Four of Wands, Five of Wands, Six, Seven. So these do follow the Rider-Waite Smith. Eight of Wands. So it's pretty easy to interpret the cards. Nine of Wands. Ten of Wands with all of his candy. I love that. Page of Wands. Knight of Wands. Queen of Wands. King of Wands. Ace of Cups. Two of Cups. Three of Cups and a little boat. Four of Cups. Five of Cups. I love her. Six. Seven. Eight of Cups. Nine of Cups. 10 of Cups with the little imps. Page. Knight on a sea creature. Queen and King. Ace of Swords. Two of Swords. Three of Swords. Interesting that they're piercing like a heart right by her throat, because the swords are about communication and things like that. Four of Swords, look, he's asleep. Nosferatu's asleep with his little teddy bear. Five of Swords. Six. Seven of Swords. Eight of Swords. Nine of Swords. 10. Page of Swords. Knight of Swords. Queen of Swords. King of Swords. And our last suit, Ace of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles. 9, 10, Page, Knight, Queen on roller skates, I love her, and King. I just love this deck so much. So that's the Trigger Tarot. All right, next, let's do this one. So this is the Zirkus Under the Stars edition. It comes with 90 cards. 10th anniversary. So this, I've never seen a box like this. Well, if you can call it a box, it's more like a wrap. I did rip mine a little bit. So you pull that open and the top kind of pops off. It says a new edition of the now classic deck featuring all your favorite performers, plus 12 extra cards including the original devil design and 11 all new images. Thank you for 10 years of magic. And then it folds open like this, which is interesting. So you get 3 ring spread. You get the high wire spread, the juggler spread, the clown spread. This is something I might want to look into because I put the cards in order, but they all have different card names. So for example, the Fool is the clown. And if you're not, this may not be the best beginner's deck. It definitely describes the archetypes of the cards, so I was able to figure out the proper order, but the cards are not numbered. And like I said, they all have kind of different meanings. So this book, the Mostly Sensible Little Big Circus Tarot book, I think would be a good purchase because it does not even come with a guidebook. This is it. You just get this little wrap. So let's get into these because they are very clever. They are standard tarot size. These are the backs, which are very cute because 3-ring circus. There is a circus theme, obviously. Standard tarot size, as you can see. And let's go through them. So the Fool is the clown. The Magician is the juggler. The High Priestess is the seer. The leading lady is the Empress. So you can see her crown of stars and her scepter. The ringmaster is the Emperor, I believe. Again, I had really nothing to go by other than my knowledge of the different cards. So hopefully I got it correct. The Mystagogue is the Hierophant. Here are the keys. So there are little clues and his little followers. The Lovers. The Chariot. So this is very much a collage deck with some photographs kind of mixed in with art, drawn artwork. La Force. The Solitarian is the Hermit. The Wheel of Fate, Wheel of Fortune. Adjustment is Justice. And we have the Hanged Man. Mr. Bones for Death. Here we have Art for Temperance. The Deceiver as the Devil. The Tower of Destruction. The Star. The Sun. The Moon. The Eon for Judgment. And the whole show for the World. Clever. So what's nice about the pips, though, is that they do have keywords. So here we have Ace of Batons or Wands is Inspiration. 2 of Wands is Decision. 3 of Wands is Procession. I can't talk. Procession. That's a really cool image. It's like the circus coming to town. 4 of Batons is Community. I might have said Celebration, but Community works. 5 of Batons, the Big Clem. 6 of Batons, Triumph. Yes, I agree with that. 7 of Batons, Valor. Yep. Eight of batons, flashpoint. Pew! An explosion of activity or movement. Nine of batons is courage. 10 of batons is burdens. So the pages are bill posters. That's the Page of Wands. The knights are riders, so the baton rider. The queen is the duchess, Duchess of Batons, and the king is the governor of batons. Ace of buckets, which are cups, conception. Two of buckets, harmony. That's sweet. Three is confluence, a gathering. Four of cups is blinders. Look behind you. Five of buckets is regret. Six of buckets is nostalgia. These are great. Seven of buckets, allure. Ooh, look at all the shiny things. What's he gonna go see? Eight of cups, all out and over. Moving on. Nine of cups, security. 10 of cups, straw house. The little family there. Again, the page is the bill poster, bucket bill poster with the little fish in the bucket. Bucket rider is the knight. I like how they have water in the background. The Duchess of Buckets is the queen. And the king is the governor of buckets. Ace of blades or swords is will. Two is balance. Three is heartache. Four is showman's rest. In a graveyard, interesting. Five of blades is opposition. Six is passage with the circus train. It's very clever how he adapted all of the card meanings to the circus life. Seven of blades is audacity. Eight of blades, constriction. Nine of blades is angst. Well, that would hurt. On a bed of nails, no less. 10 of blades, a ruin. Blade bill poster. Blade rider. Oops. The Duchess of Blades. She's beautiful. I love the butterfly wings and the fan for air. Really cool. And the Governor of Blades. Ace of Rings, which are pentacles. Winter quarters. Two of Rings, virtuoso. Three of Wings, methodology. Four of Rings, dominion, with his pies. Look at all the food stands behind him, steak, sausages. Five of Rings is adversity. Six of Rings, patronage. The give and take of the entrance fee and the performance, that's interesting. Cultivation is Seven of Pentacles. The cards are so detailed, I love them. Eight of Pentacles, transformation. Nine of Pentacles, attainment. 10 of Pentacles, legacy. Ring bill poster. Ring rider is the knight. The Duchess is the queen. And the governor is the king. So these are the 11 or 12 extra cards that came with the deck. This is as above, so below. The thaumaturge, I don't even know what that means. This might be an alternate magician because you see he's got the wand, the knife, the pentacle, and maybe an upside down cup here. This is the mind's eye, which I thought might be another alternative to the high priestess. But again, I could be wrong. The scream. Misjudgment. They're like, no, that's not a nice clown. No, no. An alternate devil card. The wake. Maybe death. The final bow, or death maybe. Or the world. And then there are 4 wind cards. West, south, east, and north. So yeah, this one is, once you figure out what the keywords all mean, I think it's quite usable. Not keywords, I mean titles for the majors. The minors are great because of all the keywords. I think they help a lot. But I still may get the book because what is the big clem? I have no idea. I mean, they're wearing boxing gloves, so that makes sense. There's kind of some sort of conflict, but I think to appreciate the full scope of the deck, the guidebook would be very helpful. Okay, so now let's do the last 2. So this is Tinker's Dam, Augustus F. Norwood Legacy Edition. It comes in a sturdy box. Again, the packaging is all over the place for this company, but that's okay because each deck is kind of unique. So this is another 500 copy limited edition. I didn't realize that. I guess the limited editions come in these 2 pieces. That makes sense. So, yeah, let's see what the cards look like. This, I will say, despite the beautiful outer box, the insert is a little too short for the cards. And I took them out of their little, you can see they have these clear plastic kind of bands. But even though I've used at least the tarot deck, when I put it back in, they just kind of all slid around and shifted, and it was really annoying. So I don't know what I'm ultimately going to end up doing with these 2 decks, but I don't know, because every time I put them back, I have to put the little band on. So these, that's the tarot, and this is that Mantegna deck. And then it comes with this little guidebook, Tinker's Dam. It's very similar to the guidebook in the Trick or Tarot. It comes with a spread, the legend of these decks. Again, the tarot, the major arcana, the core cards, minor arcana, the Mantegna. So I guess we'll start with this one and we'll end with the tarot. Dating back to the 15th century, the cards of the Mantegna Tyroici are numbered 1 to 50, with 1 representing the lowest level of human experience and 50 the highest form of attainable enlightenment. The pack is divided into 5 houses, each having 10 cards. As in the Kabbalah, the structure is designed to present an ideological pathway from base human experience to the ultimate attainment, similar to the major arcana of the tarot. So then it explains the different cards. So the first card for In group E, the condition of humankind. Misero, the wretch, material hardship, but also an independent nature. As with the fool, it can represent a beginning, unlimited, and as yet unrealized potential. 2 is the servant, a supportive, dependent position reflecting a relationship based on give and take. And then you have the artisan, the merchant, person of leisure, and so on and so forth. Then the second house is the muses and Apollo. Then you have the arts and sciences house, the virtues and geniuses, the cosmic spheres, and then there are additional cards in this extended edition, which include the modern zodiac cards, the alchemical elements, the phases of the moon, totem animals, and the last card is the wild unknown. And then this is an explanation for this spread. Okay, so that's for the Mantegna. And yeah, let's get this out of the way. So, okay, so this is like the title card, I guess. Augustus F. Norwood, born 1897, was a scientist, inventor, and occult researcher. You hold in your hands a faithful reproduction of his attempt to update the Mantegna into a modern American vernacular. Science itself, he wrote, has proven to be that science by itself cannot provide the answers that I am seeking. On the night of September 24th, 1936, Augustus Norwood walked out of his workshop and was never to be seen again. Interesting. So here you have the different cards. So this was that wretch, misero, and they are numbered, and they do have a letter for each of the different houses. Fameo is 2. 3 is the artisan. 4 is the merchant. 5 is a person of leisure. She's pretty. 6 is a knight. 7 is the duchess. 8 is the king. 9 is the imperator, or I guess the emperor, which makes sense. 10 is the high priest. So there are nods to tarot. 11 is Calliope. 12 is Urania. 13 is Terpsichore. 14 is Erato. 15 is Polymnia. 16 is Thalia. 17 is Melpomene. I don't recognize any of these names. I guess they're part of mythology. I have to brush up on that. Euterpe, 18. Cleo is 19. Apollo is 20. Sorry for the noise. Again, my husband's working outside. I always pick the worst times to film. He's mowing the lawn, and it's very loud, at least to me. Hopefully the microphone will mute the sound a little bit. 21 is Grammatica. So we're in a new house. Sorry, we already went through 2 houses. The first was E. This was D. This is C. 21, Grammatica. 22 is Logic. 22 is Logic. 23 is Rhetoric. 24 is Geometry. 25 is Arithmetic. 26 is Music. 27 is Poetry. 28 is Philosophy. 29 is Astrology. 30 is Theology. 31 is Intellect. So it looks like we're starting a new house with the letter B. 32 is Chronico. 33 is Cosmico. 34 is Temperance. 35 is Prudence. 36 is fortitude, very tarot-like. 37 is justice. 38 is charity. 39 is hope, pretty. 40 is faith. These are a satiny matte too, I should say. 41 is Luna. 42 is Mercury. So I guess we're gonna go into the planets with the moon, Mercury, Venus, the sun, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, the upper heavens, oops, celestial power, divine light, and then we have the signs, astrological signs, Aries, Taurus, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, she's cool, that's my sign, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, Gemini, Earth. Oh, we're in a new section. These are the elements. I might use, so yeah, I still haven't figured out how I'm going to use this deck. I may use elements of them in some spreads, maybe as significators, or to do like a spread with the elements would be cool to lay under cards. Earth or altar cards, air, beautiful fire, water, and then the moon phases, full moon, dark moon, waxing, waning, griffin. I guess these are, what do they call them? The familiars or some sort of animals. Griffin, Sphinx, Phoenix, White Stag, Solder, Selkie, and the Wild Unknown. Okay, so that's the Montegna deck. And finally, Tinker's Damn Tarot. Oh, I'm sorry. So these are the backs of the Montegna. Pretty, right? Kind of this abstract, marbled green and blue background. It's the same as the tarot. So I guess they're a pair. Maybe you can use them in conjunction. I'm going to see if there's a book that matches this set. That would be very helpful for me. So that's it. Let's go through the last deck. This is the Fool, the Zeitgeist. Lots of symbolism here. So that looks like Mickey Mouse and the Scream. I don't know who that is. And there's like an airplane. The Magician. Minerva for the High Priestess. Again, more name changes here. Actress for the Empress. Businessman for the Emperor. I love this because I'm also a librarian. This is the Hierophant. The Lovers is Evolution. Interesting. I actually want to look that up. It says, choice and future affairs, union of opposites, duality, suppression of the ego. Okay, I like that. So it's definitely going more with the choice aspect of the card. It's great. Engine for the Chariot. Very cool. Equanimity for Justice. The Seeker is the Hermit. Another one that might, because of the keywords, might not be the best for a newbie. But if you know your Rider-Waite-Smith system, this deck is great. All of them are perfect. 10 is Fate, or Wheel of Fortune. 11 is Fortitude. Oops. 12 is Suspension, or the Hanged Man. 13 is the Wild Unknown, for Death. Alchemy, or Temperance. Enslavement is the Devil. Moloch is the Tower. The Star. Moon. The Sun. The New Deal. Apotheosis is the World. Okay, so now we're going into the minors. Ace of Fire, or Wands. So their suits are elemental, so fire, wands. 2 of Fire. 3 of Fire. 4 of Fire, 4 of Wands. 5 of Wands. 6 of Wands. 7 of Wands. That's the free card I got with my purchase. 8 of Fire, or Wands. 9 of Fire. 10 of Fire. So pages are couriers. Knights are soldiers. Mayoress is the queen. What's she burning? And the mayor is the king. So then water is the cups, Ace of Water, 2 of Water, 3, 4, 5 of Cups, 6, 7, 8 of Cups, 9 of Cups, 10, Courier of Water, Soldier of Water, Mayoress of Water, and Mayor of Water with his umbrella. Ace of Air, which is Swords, 2 of Air, 3 of Air, 4 of Air, 5 of Air, 6 of Air, I like that little owl, 7 of Air, 8 of air, feeling trapped. 9 of air, memento mori. And 10 of air. Courier of air. Soldier of air. She's pretty. Mayoress of air. There are only 2 cards in the whole deck that have a different colored border. It's this one and the devil, I believe, which is interesting. The rest of them have brown tones. Yeah, interesting. Just noticed that. Mayoress of air, again, beautiful. Mayor of air. Ace of earth. 2 of earth. 3 of earth. 4 of earth. 5 of earth. 6 of earth. 7 of earth. 8 of earth. Sculpting. The eyes are creepy. Very human looking. 9 of earth. He's resting cozy underneath with all of his treasures. 10 of earth. All right, tell me she isn't creepy. I love this like quirky, creepy spin on these decks. Courier of earth. Got a good sense of humor. Soldier of earth. Mayoress of earth. And the mayor of earth. All right, we did it. So those are all of my Duck Soup Productions decks. Thank you for sticking with me. If you're still here, I appreciate it. Please consider subscribing or liking this video. Every little bit helps me. And that's it. If you want to comment below which Duck Soup Production decks you have or how you use them, specifically the Montegna, maybe you have a different version of it. You know, I'm anxious to learn. So that's all I have. I hope that you have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great one. Bye.